what apprenticeship is right for you. What do you want to do for the next few years of your life in an apprenticeship? And after that apprenticeship, are you going to carry on those skills and grow and develop and become better and improve that industry that you've started and been a part of? Let's have a chat about what trade might suit you. So let me talk about a few little different options and stuff, because so many, and some in the eyes of the government are more important than others, but to me personally, I see them as an important thing across the board regardless, because they're all things that we use and we need and we have in our lives. So the first part to probably picking a trade is probably you need to kind of pick your industry. Like, there's lots of industries out there and there's different types of industries, of course. So it's kind of like, to pick your trade out, you kind of have a think about what feels good to you. What makes you feel good? What do you enjoy doing? What do you enjoy being a part of? What do you enjoy buying? Like little things like that. Like what stuff sort of gives you that little dopamine hit? You know what I mean? Like what makes you feel like good inside, in the chest and in the little heartstrings, something that makes you go, yeah, I like that. This is what I do. So you think about the industries like, hospitality. You might be a big foodie. You might love food. Maybe hospitality is the industry that you might be interested in. Or you love, having a shave or doing people's hair up or something, or makeup or that sort of stuff. Maybe beauty industry is something for you. Or you may like just building shit, man. That's construction straight up, 100%. So, but yeah, pick an industry. I think that's kind of the first thing you need to focus on is have a little think about the industry you'd like to sort of get involved with and be a part of, okay? That's your starter. Have a think about the industry that you might like to be involved in or be a part of. So, let's have a little think about what trade would you want in that industry. So again, it comes down to personal opinions and personal preference. It's the things that you need to think about is what are you passionate about? Because passion has been mentioned before in this little series, and I will say it again, it is probably one of the key factors that will help you get through your apprenticeship as well as get qualified at the end of it and then keep the career going. Remember guys, it's important to do your research as well. So have a look at possible trades that you might like to do, but have a look at what's involved in them. Do your research on YouTube channels, do your research on Instagram and all that sort of stuff, and have a good look around and notice what people might be doing. Say for example, plumbing is probably a good one. People wouldn't associate plumbing with roofing, but is very heavily involved. However, carpenters are often doing roofing work too at times as well, through a builder and stuff. So it's funny how there's crossovers in trades sometimes, right? So keep that in mind. Although you might want to do roofing as a carpenter, you could also do roofing as a plumber. Do you know what I mean? Does that kind of make sense? Now the other little factor that might actually come into play when picking the trade that you want could be to do with mates or people that you work around, or family or friends who have already got experience in those trades, and they may even be offering you an apprenticeship. And if you have a passion towards that and you get offered an apprenticeship from those people, jump on it. Like, what have you got to lose? What is there to lose there? Like, if you think that you could actually tick it off and get it done, I'm sure your family or friends would appreciate, that's for sure. So probably one of the best things or best opportunities you could probably get. And it won't be easy to do, but if you can get an opportunity to do a trial day in a particular trade, I think that would be the way to go. Because there's nothing like being able to have a bit of a crack at it before you commit to it. So if you can get a day with a family member or something like that, friends, to go do a day of plumbing or go do a day of electrical or something, and volunteer your time. Don't expect anything in return, all right? That's important. Like, volunteer your time because you're there to look, learn, and have a feel of the vibe and see what you think. But in saying that too, like, there's different avenues for every trade as well, especially at the end of your trade too. You can be steered down different directions and stuff all the time. Carpentry, you could be just a builder if you want. You want to start heading down towards building. You could just stay as a carpenter, licensed carpenter, and just do spec homes and stuff. So smashing up wall frames and roof trusses and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, there's specifics of each job. Like say, for example, electrical's another one too. You might want to go commercial or domestic. It's the same with plumbing, commercial or domestic. So with tiling and stuff too, plastering, all that sort of stuff as well. So, I mean, you know, there's so many different avenues you can head down and focus more so on in your trade when you're qualified. So if you find, if there's a particular point in your apprenticeship to go, I really enjoy this. This is really good. I'm enjoying this part of my apprenticeship. And then it's only for a small stint because your employer only does that certain amount. So when you get qualified, knowing this knowledge, having this knowledge that I was passionate and I enjoyed the most when I was doing wall frames or something, or I was putting roof trusses up and being a part of that, or I did roofing as a carpenter and now I actually want to become a roofer. So you head down the road of getting further education and get your roofing license and certification for that. Probably one of the biggest takeaways and stuff I'm hoping that you guys get from this is the fact that if you're out there trying to select a trade, there's a couple of things obviously to consider, of course. Personal preferences are very important. Your passion, if you've got something there, passion for it. And probably the biggest takeaway I could probably give you is the fact that nothing is forever. So remember that sometimes things don't work out. And it's okay if things don't work out. It's perfectly fine, it's perfectly normal. Don't be afraid to speak up. If something isn't for you, bring it up, work it out, but definitely give it time at least. Give it time to sink in a little bit. Give it time to give yourself a bit of a go and try maybe even a different employer sometimes too. Like talk to your training organizations. Like if something isn't right in where you are, then make sure you bring that up too. So remember guys, there's also different trades that are prioritized a little bit by the government. So say for example, construction is massive. It is very much encouraged because obviously we need construction trades to build things. We need to build houses, we need to build roads, we need to build buildings and stuff for offices and all that sort of stuff, build parliament houses and politicians to live in and all that sort of thing. So it's important that construction is really encouraged and is on the go. Now, by doing that too, there is often extra incentives there and stuff for completing your apprenticeships. I got $1,000 for doing the first year as well, and I got $1,000 for finishing. So there's different incentives there and stuff. So keep that in mind. In the next installment, we'll have a little chat about how to actually get an apprenticeship. So different ways to get an apprenticeship, and let's see if I can help you guys tick all the boxes and basically get yourselves lined up to head down that road and give it a crack. All right, so we're still going to talk about how to get apprenticeships. We're going to talk about money because that's a big one. And then more importantly, we're going to talk about how to get through it. Okay, so that's the next few installments to come through. But otherwise, for now, guys, I'm going to call it there. Finish up organizing the van, go and chill out with my family for the rest of the weekend and enjoy myself. But otherwise, yeah, build on legends. You have a cracker of a week or weekends, and we'll chat again soon. And yeah, thanks for watching as always. Muchly appreciated. Yeah, feel free to drop something in the comments or get in touch with Instagram if you've got any questions and stuff like that. You know where I am. All right, guys. See ya.